What's up, guys? Welcome back to Cigars and Coffee. Today we got a interesting, weird story. The mayor of New York City just announced that they opened 5 grocery stores in each of the 5 boroughs, and they're city-run grocery stores. And it's a city-run grocery store that is going to be selling groceries for 30% under retail. Now, what does this mean? Well, the city of New York has opened its own grocery store. So they are not a subsidized grocery store. They are not your typical grocery store that's working with the government. They are their own grocery stores ran by the city to try to combat food inflation and grocery prices and make some food more affordable for regular people, I guess. Now, like I said, they're going to be offering a 30% discount, and these discounts at the store are going to last 30 days, 1 month time frame. And then I'm guessing a new set of sales set prices will go into effect the next month. Now, the mayor claims that this isn't going to harm any other local grocery stores. They're not going to be selling any tobacco, alcohol, anything like that, no hot meals. Trying to lessen the competition, I guess, with, locally owned grocery stores. And they're really only going to be selling, I guess, kind of the basics. They are going to be selling meat, bread, eggs, milk, dairy products, pasta, kind of your staples. I don't think they're going to be selling too much junk food, too much name brand type of stuff. I'm guessing they're going to obviously be doing it as cheap as possible to keep those costs down. They are going to be selling produce and vegetables as well. So that's mainly the main shtick of it, right? There's going to be 5 grocery stores, 30% off. Those sales are going to last for 30 days in 1 month, and then it will continue. We'll see how this works. We'll see if the people like it, if it disrupts New York's local economy, if there will be any theft or crime at these locations. Who knows? I guess we'll see. But I guess let's get into it. As far as, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? What does this mean? All that sort of stuff. Now, on the surface level, of course, it's good because it's saving people money. What's wrong with saving people money? And yes, grocery stores and food inflation is ridiculous still. It started under the Biden administration, and it's still continuing today within the Trump administration. So no matter what certain outlets will tell you, prices are not down. Gas by me is $4.30, $4.50. It's ridiculous. And grocery prices are really expensive and hard for, the local person to afford groceries, especially decent quality groceries. So yeah, on the surface level, it's good. But, this kind of feels like full-on communism, communist-run grocery store where the government owns everything. But, just like with everything, nothing's free in the world, unfortunately. So as this venture gets more expensive and expensive, is it going to affect everybody else's taxes? Is it going to raise any other revenue streams that the city brings in because now they need to be able to afford this grocery store? I don't know, but everything he's doing with rent controlled buildings, communist owned grocery stores, city owned grocery stores, I feel like it could be setting a bad precedent. I don't know yet. We'll see. I think this is one of those cases that we're just going to have to see and find out what happens in the end. Because like I said, it seems like a good idea. It's saving, lower income people money. Groceries are expensive. Everybody should be able to eat. But on the same token, it's like, we should look at the root cause of the problem on why groceries are so expensive everywhere and for all of us across the whole country. It's the same thing with healthcare. Yeah, is the system messed up and bad? Of course it is. Is the answer free healthcare for everybody? Probably not. Maybe some basic level, but what's the root cause of the problem? Why is the system so bad? Why is everything so expensive? So it's the same kind of concept. Why are grocery prices still expensive? Is it actually the grocery stores just, really kind of screwing people and the prices went up, so they want to make them stay there and they're not going to drop them back down to normal? Or is it a supply chain issue where, somewhere down the line, cost of goods, raw materials, whatever is more expensive? And how do we combat that versus just offering, discounted groceries at this store? Because, that's just kind of surface level, not really deep thinking on how to fix the issue. You're just putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot. So I know this video is kind of short. Just wanted to come on here, tell you guys if anybody's seen this. I want to know what you think. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? And also, what pros and cons do you see? What do you see further down the line of potential problems this will cause? And also, do you only see positives for it? So let me know. Drop a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe to Cigars and Coffee. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next one.